Okay, good morning, class. So we're looking at measurement. We're looking at the example for exercise 8.3. So here the question is to calculate. It falls under more complex calculations. So the question says you must calculate the volume and surface area of the two objects using the information given in the diagram. All right. So we're looking at the total surface area. So the total surface area is basically the area of the faces. Okay. So since there are two shapes here, we'll break it up into basic shapes. Okay, so the base here basically is a rectangular prism. Not so. So how do you calculate the total surface area of a rectangular prism? Perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. So how do you calculate the perimeter of a square base pyramid? 2 length plus 2 breadth. So it's 2 times 12 plus 2 times 10 times the height of this prism, which is 3. So that gives us that part of the object plus twice area of the base, which is basically 2 times length times breadth. My length is 12 and my breadth is 10. Okay. Now remember that this calculation basically includes this part of the shape. Okay. So is that shape exposed to the total surface area, or does that make part of up part of the total surface area? The answer is no, because the one shape is on top of the other. Can you see that, people? So in other words, I must actually subtract this area, which is 3 by 4.4, as you can see here. 3 by 4.4. However, we know that that area is the same as that area above. Okay. So instead of taking that 4.4 by 3 away, I'm just going to leave it there and use that extra to accommodate that. Okay. So what must be added then, of course, is the area of that part of the shape. Okay, and the two parts that is hidden as well. And how do you calculate that part of the shape? It's going to be perimeter of base times height. Again, what type of shape is this? The base of this shape is going to be a rectangular shape. How do you calculate the area of the perimeter of a rectangle? 2 length plus 2 breadth. So it's 2 by 4.4 plus 2 by 3 times the height of this object, of course, which is 5. Okay. So you put that in a calculator. It's going to simply be 2 times 12 plus 2 times 10 times 3 plus 2 times 12 times 10 plus 2 times 4.4 plus 2 by 3 times 5. You should answer 446 centimeters square. Okay. Let's go to the next question. The next question asks you to calculate the volume. How do you calculate the volume of the shape? Firstly, it's going to be made up of two shapes. One of a triangular prism in the base. Okay, and one is a triangular prism, the one that's standing up straight. Not so. So I must calculate the volume of the individual pieces and then add it together. So let's look at the volume of the base first. So how do you calculate the volume of a rectangular prism? It will be length times breadth times height. It's area of base times height. So what is the length here? It's going to be 10. So it's 10 times the breadth, which is 12 times the height, which is 3. So that is the area of the base part of this object. If you're going to look at the volume of this part here, okay, so the volume there is going to be length times breadth times height again, which is going to be 3 times 4.4 multiplied by the height, which is 4. So it's 10 times 12 times 3 plus 3 times 4.4 times 5. It's 426 centimeters. Okay. And as you saw now earlier, it's easy to make a mistake. Yeah? Alright, let's look at the next part of the question. Question 2. Next part of the examples. Sorry. So if we look at these shapes, this shape is made up of what? A rectangular prism here and half a cylinder, not so. So when you're going to work out the perimeter with the total surface area circle, we look at the shape here. Is the base, if I make this my base, is the base and the top the same? The base and the top, the base there at the back now, no? Is it the same? Yes. So if I make that my base, then I can apply the rule that says perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. So that will work here. Not so. As long as the base and the top is the same, okay, then you will be able to use that formula as it is. Okay. So if you look at this base, the perimeter of this base here, if I start here, I must add that first. Not so. So what is this length here? 80 plus this length 20 plus. Now you see this is a semicircle here. You all see a semicircle there? How do you calculate the perimeter of a circle? 2 pi r. What's my radius? Now set it to circumference. What's the radius? 40. But that is the perimeter of a circle. Is it a circle or semicircle? Semi. So I divide by 2 plus this length here 20. Can you see there I got the perimeter of the base? You all understand it? Again, I started here. I got that length from here, which is 80. That is 20. This is a semicircle, so it's 2 pi r. The radius was 40. I divide by 2 because I had semi, plus that length again, which is 20. Okay, so what must I do? I multiply that by the height. And what is the height of this object? 120. Plus 2. Area of base. So if you look at this base here, this area of course can be made up of 2 basic shapes. What are the shapes? A rectangle. How do you calculate the area of a rectangle? Length times breadth. So what will this be? A length of 80 and a breadth of 20. This is 80 by 20. Plus. Okay, the semicircle. It's going to be, how do you calculate the area of a circle? Pi r squared. It's going to be pi r is 40 squared. But it's semi. So what do I do? Divide by 2. Okay. Some of you are telling to yourself in your head, how can this stuff be so easy? No? Then again, you say, everything in maths is easy. So it's going to be plus 40 pi plus 20 times 120 is word over a bit, plus 2 open brackets 80 times 20 plus pi times 40 squared divided by 2. How far is that from the answer? 37,706,19. Sorry? It's correct. Oh, it's correct. It's correct. That's something else. 37,706.19 centimeters squared. Okay. Let's look at the volume. How do you calculate the volume of a prism like this? Is the top and the bottom the same? Like so? Yes. The base and the top is the same. So what do I say? Area of base times height. Now the area of this base is made up of a rectangular base and a rectangle and a semicircle, which is this part of the calculation over here. Not so? So the area of that base is already calculated. So it's going to be 80 times 20 plus pi 40 squared over 2. That is the area of the base. And what is the height of this object? 120. Okay. So let's punch that in. It's going to be open brackets. 80 times 20. Let's move this over. That part of the board is not playing along. So 80 times 20 plus pi times 40 squared over 2 times 120. So they give you 493. Is that correct? 493,000. $592, 89 centimeters cubed. Okay. Is there any confusion there? So with that you should be able to do exercise. Yes. If the basis wasn't the same, then I would have broken it up as I did in the previous one. Okay. Then I have to do it in parts. Okay. Anything else? So with that, you should be able to do exercise 8.3. The full lesson with these examples can be found in the description box below. Last year I think I did each and every sum. No? You guys should not your head as if you do. Did I? No, Jordan just time first. Did I do every sum? Sometimes I only do odd numbers. Sometimes I do all, no? But you said I did all. Okay, I don't know. One of the two options. Okay. This point we're going to stop. The homework is exercise 8.3.